the Season is proudly presented by Muddy, serious gear for serious hunters.
Well, in this episode, our friend and team member Brad goes on the hunt of a lifetime.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous, to be honest. 'Cause
I think we all are. Brad's one of those guys. He goes on some spectacular hunts, and at least I guess we can live vicariously through Brad.
we can. So follow him along on his adventure to the Yukon.
Straight above it, right where I want to be.
Perfect.
Yeah, well, it should be good to go. We're riding our way through some awesome country, some big country. Heading into sheep camp. Look at our camp here. A couple little cabins, horses stuck down in a little pocket here. Probably spike out from here to go after sheep. Yeah, pretty country. Well, we made it to our spike camp area. Gonna set up camp. Okay, we got our tent set up at spike camp. Should be pretty set to go. Finish a few little things. Like I said, up there, cross the ridge line and check all the basins on the other side. I've had sheep there, had a couple good ones 5 days ago, 4 or 5 days ago. No pressure in where we're at because there's nobody close. So we'll see what happens. Let the hard work begin.
It's so hard to tell from here, but he looks pretty good. He's right up on the rocks now.
I found a ram that we're assessing. He's not in a very good spot. Kind of back in where we were. We figured the rams were someplace over there. We got one coming out of the timber over there last night, and we see another one in the timber over there right now. So we're just trying to figure out how he is. And then we'll probably have to walk up through there, up along the ridge, up on top of the ridge, checking them canyons for him, and then move all the way along over there. Try to find a way to get him. We just found a really good ram. Now there's 2 rams right there. We just glassed them from probably a couple miles. Worked up on the one. We were within about 700 yards. He was over a little knoll. Whoops. We were going to move in a little closer, and the other one spooked right by us to our left. So now they're a long ways out again. They're pretty calm. See what happens, see if we can't make another try on them.
Own the Season is brought to you by Walkers, hearing protection. Cold steel knives. Wild game innovations. Hawk. Hunter specialties. Tenzin. Ameristep. Cyclops lights. New archery products. And Scent Slammer.
Been kind of after these rams all day, but they might be bedded in a spot now where we can get a crack at them. I've already kind of spooked these guys once, but I'm really hoping that we get a stab at one of these guys. It's been a long day and it's going to be an even longer night. This one's pretty decent for mass though, ain't he? I know he's not as heavy as that other one, but 7 o'clock at night, Dominic and Brad, we left the tent this morning at 7. Oh, I'm doing a video. And we're about 7 miles from the horses. This is literally the last mountain before the end of the range. We kind of had a little bit of a screw up with these rams earlier. There was one we were going after, and on the way down, we bumped another. But we've got them bedded in the cliffs here at 4:17. So as soon as he stands up, I think we're going to take the shot.
If you could shoot that one, Brad, shoot him. But make sure he's standing still. Because he doesn't know what he's going to do here.
Right. You ready?
Yeah. Drilled him.
Whoa!
Well, like I said, we've had a bit of a runaround today, but Brad just smoked a dandy.
Probably gonna cry.
That's all right.
Probably not as much about the sheep as Shelly at home.
Yeah.
Going through breast cancer surgery while I'm gone. But that's why I'm crying. She sent me a text, says, get me my ram.
Oh, you
Get
got
me
it,
a
buddy.
sheep. Here you go, Shell.
Nice ram, too.
And I will do.
Well, nice shooting,
Thanks
Brad.
to the guides on a heck of a stock. Kind of composed myself a little bit. Boy, how many miles are we from camp?
We're
Don't ask.
we're over 7.
We're over 7, but that's really deceptive because that's a crow's flight, and we went way around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's they did a great job. We just kept pushing. They're in a lot better shape than I am, so I kind of sucked it up, and we just kept working our way around. We had them in a good spot up there, and the ram I shot actually busted us, and so they ran over here, and we just kept deciding what to do, and we finally said, for one, we're going to end up spending the night here in the trees. And so we wanted to start a fire, and we said these are the 2 best rams. We really need to go after these. Made it work. Just keep pushing. Keep pushing for what you love. Help you own the season.
Here we are, just walking up to Brad's ram. This guy does not want to leave his buddy. Pretty ram though.
Dall sheep. Thanks, boys.
No problem.
Just gotta admire what these animals are. Wow.
That's a stud.
That is a good one.
We pounded today.
That's an understatement.
We covered a lot of ground, up and down. We kind of knew where we wanted to go today, and then happened to glass one right in this area, and found some others. Kind of busted them out. Ended up deciding, they went right back to this area where we glassed this one this morning, and decided to make the stalk on it. Went good. Got in. He piled right up. Just excited. Hard work. Tomorrow's pack out is gonna be atrocious.
Yeah, it's gonna be a grind.
What do you say?
We're about 9 miles.
9 miles. We're gonna end up starting a campfire somewhere in here tonight. We'll be spending the night on the mountain. We will be eating Dall sheep on some sticks over a wood fire. Sheep ribs are smoking. Cook up a little tenderloin in a second. Like I said, we get to spend the night under the stars on the mountain because we're about 9 miles from our horses in our tents. About half that's uphill. So we're not going to make it work tonight, but tomorrow morning we'll get up and we'll have a brutal pack out with heavier packs. Fruits of the labor.
Yep. Here's another look at where Brad got his ram. Hiding up in those cliffs. Just on our way back now.
Last little video as we pack up our spike camp. Heading back to the main base camp. 38 hours it took us from the time we left here to the time we got back with Miriam. Well, we moved camp today into what we think is our moose camp for the next 8-9 days, maybe even grizzly. Hope we'll find one. Just tucked into the trees here, got 3 tents set up. We're gonna be tenting it for the next 9 days. Hopefully we find a grizzly and a moose, make things work.
Just hammering it back.
Set up and having a delicious meal of Mountain House. And get up in the morning and find a moose.
Here we are. Just got into our moose camp last night. Just tied the horses up on a hill. Spotted a jumbo. It's about 1,500 yards away, so we're almost to 1,000. Gonna try to get within, well, get as close as we can, but try to get within 500 and see what happens here. Hopefully we can get this moose.
You got a good range?
587. He's got wide patterns. Let me get a good look at it. Yeah, he's a good one. Let me know when you're gonna shoot.
You ready?
Yep.
Own the Season is brought to you by Skull Hooker. Hunting Made Easy. True Glow. Birchwood Casey. Avian X. Vortex Optics. Eastern Archery. Arctic Shield. And these fine sponsors.
Gotta find him again. There he
Yeah,
is.
he's still in the same spot. He's kicking.
Good video again. Watch him again. Way to go, boys. Thank you.
He's got wide pans. He's got decent length.
Okay, we got burned on this last time. I'm gonna stay on him for a second.
Yeah. And he's possibly laying on the horse trail.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's been a fun morning. Got up. We didn't get very far into the hunt. First day really hunting moose here in the Yukon. With Yukon Peak Outfitters. Chad spotted one back here farther and we made a stalk. I fell in the creek, so I'm wet up over my waist. It was going to be a chilly day trying to find that bull, and all of a sudden this one started grunting and came in across over where the horses are. Came right down the horse trail. And we got into decent shooting distance. Got set up on the tripod and piled him up on the first shot. He still was kicking, so we put another one into him to finish him off. But power of the pink. Awesome hunt, boys. Thanks. September 2nd here in the Yukon with Yukon Peak Outfitters. Giant Yukon moose. Fabulous fun day. Started this. We moved camp yesterday. Went out early this morning. Got on a knob just down here a little bit, and they spotted one. The two guides did down a ways back here. So we went across the marsh. I fell in the creek, as I said after the shot. So I'm wet up to my waist. But kept looking for him, couldn't find him, and Chad heard this one grunt up here, which was really about above the horses. So we changed direction and came back across here and harvested an awesome Yukon moose. Just keep hunting, keep having fun, boys. Chase your dreams, make you own your season. Packing up the moose. As you saw, he had all kinds of loose velvet on him that I wanted to save, so they're working harder yet, trying to save the velvet and see if it's possible. Packing out on the horse might end up ripping it up. See what happens. Getting it all secured down is a struggle. Trying to figure out how you do that and get it back to camp, and then it'll have to pack on horse 12 hours from here, I think. Today was just a day of getting moose back. Had to get it to the airstrip. Airstrip's back over about an hour by horseback through there. Nothing you can do. You just gotta take the day. You gotta move all the meat. It's not an easy task. Moose is big. Got the hen horn sitting right here. They'll have to go out by horse, so I'll get them at a later date. And then the next 5 days or 6 days, we'll go back to the kill site and we'll sit and wait for grizzly. Hopefully we'll find a grizzly coming into the moose kill. I did see one grizzly on the sheep hunt end of it, kind of way back that direction. Couldn't get close enough. We tried the first day over there, just couldn't make it work. Don't know where it went. We probably glassed it at about 2 miles, so by the time we got there, it was gone. Gorgeous grizzly, but we'll see what we can do. I only killed the moose 20 minutes by horse that way. It's a big, open, boggy muskeg through here. Various valleys come in together to it. Flew in a wall tent yesterday when we took the meat from that big old moose over to the airstrip, so kind of spent the morning setting up a wall tent, make for some cozy, warm quarters as we spend the next 6 days maybe looking for a grizzly. Hopefully we're going to get out this afternoon and see if they're coming into the moose gut pile and spend some days here. Moose tenderloin and bacon. Hard to beat what we can eat here in the Yukon. Special treat. 5-6 days we'll be heading home and see Shelly and see how she's doing with all this. We'll get back to work, yay. And it's just, you know, hunts like this don't come around very often. Sheep hunt's been a dream of mine, and Shelly knew that. It's a animal that she's always told me. She says, I want you to get a white sheep. Well, we got one. I'm about to fly out on this airstrip and end my Yukon adventure.
Hey, if you like what you see, be sure to check us out on social media.
Yeah, you know, like I'm doing right now, you know, Snapgram, Face Chat, Instabook, Twitter box, you know, all those cool things on the interweb.
Those aren't things. Go to Art Helen Outdoors and Own the Season and like, share, and follow us on all your favorite social media outlets for the latest content.
Closed captioning is brought to you by StealthCam, the leader in trail camera technology.